This video is brought to you by Chicken Suka, a Helldiver for life. Dying as a Helldiver is not permanent.
Democracy! Say hello to democracy!
Helldivers never die.
Shuttle launch in 20 seconds.
But if they could, these are 100 ways Helldivers would probably die. Now, please subscribe to the channel and let me know if you want more videos like this at the end. Or you could do it now, you know, so you don't have to do it later. Anyway, also, you're gonna hear the word death a lot. So if that's something you don't like, well then, maybe Helldivers isn't for you. After all, you can't make a game for everyone, right? Arrowhead? Right? 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 All right, let's go.
Calling in reinforcements.
Death by an explosion. Death by marauder. Death by impact. Being thrown out of a pelican.
Have to leave now.
Hey, what's happening?
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Oh, super left. Who got left?
One step
Suka.
to a galaxy.
Death by a Hulk posing as myself.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Death by environment. Death by Bile Warrior. Being killed by a Predator Stalker. Being killed by a teammate. But that's okay. It's not like it's gonna keep happening.
Okay.
Anyway, here's a rocket launcher taking down a Bile Titan.
Falling the. It's on top of the rock, right? Fucking glitched out.
Death by acid. Death by a cannon turret. Death by toxic gas. Death by a nursing spewer. Death by a possessed Gatling gun.
You were the chosen one! Bring balance to the force!
Death by a heavy devastator. Death by meat saw. Death by drowning. Death by claws. Death by... oh, wait, I survived that.
Extraction complete.
Death by a contact mine. Death by burning. Death by a reinforced scout strider. Death by a steel fist. Look, floating rockets. Look, a floating tank. Death by drinking and driving.
Freedom never sleeps! Tagging map, northwest, 300 meters. Squid outpost destroyed.
Death by dropship falling on you. Death by a steel foot. Death by myself, but how? Death by unknown. Death by a factory strider. Death by getting shot off that mountain, then ragdolled, and then being burned. Death by a lightning spire. Death by forgetting that you put a Tesla over there. Death by a scavenger. Death by a crushing charge. Death by spore charger. Death by a leviathan. This is a cool display of liberty. And this is an overreacting walker. Death by MG Raider. Death by razor sharp claws. Death by being stepped on. Death by support weapon impact. You were supposed to support me! It's in your name! And this is an overreacting automaton.
Dropships!
Death by a hole-in-one. Death by an explosion out of nowhere. Death by trying to take out an army with a blitzer.
Southwest.
Death by underestimating the 380 orbital barrage. Here's another cool bomb. Death by machine gun sentry. Death by clumsiness.
Say hello to the...
Death by being run over.
Reinforcing.
Death by being shot at in a ditch. Drugs. Just drugs.
Dropping a pin.
Are we allowed to do drugs? Not stims. I mean, you know what? Never mind. Death because the 500 kg bomb dropped too fast.
Calling down a sentry!
Death by being ragdolled. Death by underestimating the airburst rocket. Death by overestimating the jetpack and drowning.
To the skies! Objective located. South.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver to combat zone.
Death by getting shot in the back. Death by underestimating the airburst rocket again.
Helldiver KIA, deploying replacement.
Jesus! Death because you got stuck in debris and you have to call in a 500 kg eagle to let you out in pieces.
Sending in an eagle!
Death by destroying the monolith.
Hellbomb armed! Clear the area!
Liberty dispensed.
Death by a shredder tank.
One step closer to mission completion.
Death by trying a new weapon. Here's what it looks like getting both your hands blown off your body.
Reinforcing!
Being killed by someone else's gas.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Being killed by burning and then falling face first on a rock.
KIA, deploying replacement.
Death by knowing that your armor will explode, so you try to explode near an enemy to make the kill count 50. Vanity. I wanted to say vanity. Death by a bile titan. This robot must be so embarrassed. Getting so close to the extraction that you kill yourself. Death by yourself. Death by not being hugged. Death because you were not told that the eagle was coming in. Death by... How did that big thing climb this rock? Death by unknown. But on the ground this time. Killed by grenades. Not me, the Hulk.
Requesting sentry.
Look, a flying Hulk. Killed by a Hulk Scorcher. Killed by an ultimatum.
T-minus 20 seconds.
I was using it for the first time. Death because you were taking your own sweet time to get into the Pelican.
Seconds. Extraction complete.
Death by being stuck underground, so you have to blow yourself up.
Joining the fray.
Killed by a conflagration devastator. What even is a conflagration devastator? Who gave them the permission to paint their shields?
We can do no more for this city today.
Death because you forgot to close the chat.
If the automatons can feel regret, they shall.
And now a magic trick. I'm going to make this Bile Titan disappear.
Administering freedom.
Ta-da! Killed by an Iron Fist. Killed because a car touched a tree.
Your charge, or whatever it's called.
Killed by a Hulk Bruiser. Death because you were stuck inside a stratagem jammer.
Point me to the enemy.
Dropping a pin, south, 100 meters.
Affirmative. Requesting air support.
Bot asset destroyed.
You thought the eagle got me, but no. I got me. Death by a gunship. This. Here's an epic team entry.
Go now, Helldiver.
Killed by a Hulk firebomber.
Summoned one entire fucking.
Killed by a War Strider. Killed by a Hell Bomb.
I got the grip.
Death for being cocky. But I was cocky for democracy. Look, I landed on the super sample rock. Death by a trooper. Death by defibrillation. Death by betrayal. How could he do this to me? Killed by the voteless.
Sending replacement.
This is me laughing in front of a bomb. Killed by an overseer. Killed by a stingray. Killed by an elevated overseer.
Deploying replacement.
Look, now there are 2 super sample rocks. And these rocks look awfully familiar. This is what happens when you spawn in the same place you died and you look at your dead body.
Boarding to the front.
Killed by a flesh mob. Killed by a harvester. Destroyed by a warp back. Killed by bleeding. Death by a railgun exploding. Death by burning because one of the... What even are these things? I hate these things. Just keep running around. Death by being reinforced next to a hell bomb.
Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
And last but not least, killed for being a traitor.
You are leaving the mission area.
No way. I am many things, but I'm not a traitor. These are 100 ways to die in Helldivers 2, and there are many, many more. If you think I missed anything, please leave it in the comments. And if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think. I got a lot more videos like this coming right up. It's Helldivers time, baby. Let's spread some democracy.